NATO continues to support Ukraine through political and practical means, including increased military presence in Eastern Europe. Russia's defense ministry said in a briefing on Friday that assault troops were fighting in western parts of Bakhmut, the last part of the embattled Ukrainian city still held by Kyiv's forces. Ukrainian and Russian units have been battling for months over the eastern city, which largely lies in ruins. The defense minister did not give details of the latest fighting. Kyiv said Russian forces had made some advances in fierce fighting for Bakhmut, but that the situation was under control. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskiy said in a video address that Kyiv was actively preparing new units that had yet to appear on the front line. Zelensky and other officials have long promised Ukraine will launch an offensive. Russia's assault on Bakhmut relies heavily on the Wagner Group private army, whose commander Yevgeny Prigozhin on Friday expressed concern about a Ukrainian counterattack. Today, we are killing those who were trained in Ukraine, but the ones coming from Germany will be technologically educated, he said in an audio recording released on Telegram. An apparent reference to Ukrainians who will be trained in Germany to use Abrams tanks provided by the United States. The West has handed over 230 tanks and 1,500 other armored vehicles. This too is enough to provide serious opposition. Ukraine, he predicted, would strike when the ground had firmed up with the spring rains. Ukraine is expected to launch a much-anticipated spring offensive any day now. The Mail Online has analyzed that what, where, when, and how of the coming offensive. The article provides insights into Ukraine's battle plans, which are a closely guarded secret. According to Mick Ryan, a general who recently retired from the Australian Army, Kyiv has three broad options. First, they would go with a single big attack, using everything they have got. Second, they could split the force between simultaneous attacks in the south and east. Or third, they could decide on smaller scale attacks in both the south and east, which are not coordinated. General Stephen Twitty, retired from the US military, believes Ukraine will go with the option 3, a tactic he refers to as eating the apple one bite at a time. According to the article, Ukraine is thought to be mustering up to 1 lakh men into at least 12 combat brigades to take on the Russians. They are thought to have seen given around 200 Western tanks, 800 armored vehicles and 150 artillery guns to arm 9 of these brigades, meaning they could field up to 400 tanks, 1600 vehicles and 300 guns in total if they plan to build 9 more. Russia's status is less clear. Based on leaked casualty figures, Putin could have as few as 100,000 men or as many as 290,000 in Ukraine.